Hello, guys and girls. Can you hear me okay? Canadian Ken, yes, it's beer o'clock. Absolutely. Yeah. I got to nurse this one a little bit. David Small Engine Repair. Love it, man. David Small Engine Repair. I love having you other mechanics actually come on here and talk to me. I learn a lot. I'm always learning, as every small engine mechanic in the world is always continues to learn. I love this. I'm doing great, guys. Mix Mowers is here. Right on. So as you can see from the, if you guys saw my last my last live, I got it set up a little bit different here. What I'm doing right now, I know it's kind of weird that I have a live coming up on Thursday. It's kind of weird. I'm going to try real hard to do another one on Saturday so we can get a lot more people in here. But what I'm doing right now is testing this because now I got the camera right there and I got the laptop right down here. Let's adjust that a little bit. Does that look weird? See, I'm still learning this too. Need to know where to put everything. Well, that looks all right. Bottoms up, David Lang. Right on. It is actually 2:47 p.m. for me right now, so I'm good with that. Hey, I do have a question for you guys. See, I'm experimenting with this, but what about the lighting? See, I'm looking at the laptop right now. I think that I'm looking at what you're looking at right now. But what about the lighting? Do I look too dark? Is the lighting kind of crappy? I could throw a light on. I don't know. Tell me. It looks really good. Light's good. Okay, I'm not gonna put any. I got all these studio lights that I use for my videos. None of them are on right now. It's just my regular shop lights on. So if you guys are okay with that, then so am I. Hey, what's that? We already got a super chat in here. Who? I see. I missed that one. Sorry. Andrew's Engine Repair. Thank you, buddy. He says you made me start my channel. Thank you for being a great person. What do you mean, Andrew? I assume your name's Andrew. If you're Andrew's Small Engine or Andrew's Engine Repair, you started your own YouTube channel. Is that what you're saying? I'm going to try to read these comments as best as I can. I don't want to miss anybody's questions. You know what? I was just originally starting this on a Thursday to just test this stuff out, but if you want to turn this into a question and answer, hey man, giddy up. I'll try to answer your questions as best as I can. Now I'm kind of screwed up here. Oh, there we go. Now I figured it out. Oh, I missed another one. Oh man. Mix Mowers? Really? Lighting is good. Have a beer on me, mate. Mix Mowers. You bought me a couple beers right there. I'm in Canada. That's a couple beers. Right on. That's cool, buddy. And one other one. Roaming Gnome. Roaming Gnome. Perfect, man. Thank you so much for the super chats, guys. I did not actually expect this. I just came on as a testing thing. Yeah, I'm going to keep repeating myself. I know. Where Rob Price, where's my beer? It's right here, buddy. Come on. I'm just going with my standard Old Milwaukee. I got a couple standards out there. DJ Kid, he says you should do a question day. Let's call that today. You got a question? See, you guys are already, what did we go? This thing's only been running for 5 minutes and it went from 15 viewers to 290 now. I was wondering why the chats were going by so fast. This is cool, guys. Well, I might stay on here for a little longer today than I expected to. Yeah, Fresh Funk. I do like hockey. I'm Canadian. Yeah, I don't really follow it. I don't have a team. You know what I'm saying? Northern Ireland is here. Stevie 1529. Cool. Dirt Road Landing. Man, Dirt Road Landing, I see you all the time when I go to Buchan's live chats. I see you on there all the time. Nice to have you in my channel. This is really neat. Yeah, these comments are going by pretty quick. I might actually have to talk to Buchan about that again. See, maybe there's a way to slow these down or something. DJ Kid. Okay, here's a question. DJ Kid says, why can't I pull handle? Hard to pull on a Honda mower. There's several reasons that could happen, just off the top of my head. It could be hydrolocked. Your engine could be hydrolocked. You have too much oil on top of your piston and it makes it really hard to pull over. The other thing is, does it pull over? If it pulls over really slowly, that's a sign of, could even be a partially seized engine. If it doesn't pull at all, you wouldn't believe how many times I've ran into this in my life where somebody will say my lawnmower is seized. And you flip the lawnmower over and there's a big clump of grass stuck right in the end of the blade. And it's jamming the blade. You literally simply just pull that out of there and it turns around. If it's something that simple for you, that would be really cool, man. There's a lot of reasons it could be hard to pull, though. What is this? What is this? Dirt Road Landing. Come on, buddy. Seriously. That is super cool, man. There's a super chat that's super cool. He says, keep on trucking. Great videos, Steve. Dirt Road Landing. I didn't even actually know that you watched my channel. I thought you were just a Buck and Billy Ray Smith guy. That's really awesome, buddy. That is like beyond awesome. Wow. I don't know what to say to that. That is just, it's guys like you that make it possible for me to keep putting out videos. YouTubers don't make as much money as everybody thinks. You watch channels out there and they go, oh, I make so much money. They don't. So that really helps. Dirt Road Landing, you're freaking awesome. See, now I'm not paying attention to the comments. Oh, I see why. I scrolled up. Charlie Brooks. Charlie Brooks. What did you just say? Stihl 036, a good saw, question mark. A Stihl 036 is one of the best chainsaws ever. You got your 034s, your 036s, your 038s. They're pretty much the same saw, but they have a different size piston and cylinder on them. And that is an awesome saw. Take care. If you have an 036, you take care of that saw because they don't build them anymore, do they? Oh, mixed mowers. What? You just already super chatted me, bud. But now you got a question. You can stick the chat on slow mode to keep up. All right. Let's see if I can figure that out. Oh, I see. The Stihl 044, awesome. Every Stihl out there that has an O in front of it, they're old saws. Like the 044 is pretty much the same saw as an MS 440. They just put an MS on the front of it and switch the numbers around a little bit. That's a great saw. Small Engine Nation, buddy, I want to give you a shout out right here. I saw a comment that that was just on a random, I don't even know where it was, but I go through my comments every day, and I saw you on there, so of course I clicked on you to see. You're just starting out. A month, you started your channel about a month ago. I think it's really good. You got a lot of videos out there. To be honest with you, I only watched like half of your first one because I didn't have time today to watch any more. But I think you're on the right path. Your channel looks extremely professional, and I think you got to just keep trucking along, and one day you might actually possibly make a living from YouTube. Don't stop. Don't let that 10,000, I know, you probably know what I'm talking about, but yeah, right on Dirt Road Landing, exactly. We are a tag team. Buckin texted me about 2 days ago, and he said, we got to do another collaboration. Steve, we got to do another collaboration. And I said, yeah, I'm in. You got any suggestions? And I haven't heard back from him for a couple of days, so yeah. Small Engine Nation. Really? You're super chatting me? Man, I should be super chatting you. That's awesome. Thank you so much for that. Is it, somebody just said it's bogging out. Is my channel, is this lagging right now? I wouldn't be surprised if it is. My Wi-Fi is like, kind of iffy, right? Mixed mowers, come on, man. You're cracking me up here. Oh, man, I should actually go put my glasses on. Nah, I'm okay. Paul Burns, nice to see you in here again. I recognize you from commenting on my channel too. That's really awesome, bud. Andrew's Engine Repair. What is my other favorite small engine YouTuber? That's a loaded question, man. That's a loaded question. I really do. I do like what Terrell Fixes All does. Terrell is a really good mechanic. I am buddies with all those guys down at the Grass Rats Garage. But he really tries to do a sitcom. It's like it's a way more of a show. I do like him because, well, he featured me on one of his videos, which was super fun to do. I don't regret that at all. So what is your other favorite small engine YouTuber? If I have to pick a favorite, it would probably be Terrell. No offense to anyone else. I know a lot of people don't get Terrell. Oh, I'm missing. What am I missing here? What the hell? Come on. Small Engine Nation. What did I say? I said you have a great YouTube channel, and I think that you actually are onto something here. I would love to collaborate with you too, bud. What's your first name? Well, you know what? I'm probably going to miss it on here anyway, but I'd really like to know what your first name is. Small Engine Nation. Everybody who's watching this right now, 370 people watching right now. Check out a YouTube channel called Small Engine Nation. He's only been at this for, I think, don't quote me on this, buddy. I thought I read today that you've been at it for a month, something like that, maybe 2 months, and you've already got tons of videos out there. Then again, I can't vouch for you. Forget about it. Joey Johnson. Hello, Steve from Oregon. Love it. Oregon. I know it's pronounced Oregon now, thanks to some comments on one where I called it Oregon. See what I mean? I'm always learning. There's your supper. I thought it was there's your dinner. Oh, there's your dinner, yeah. I knew this question was going to come up. Andrew Irvine. I'm going to say Irvin. Steve, what is the best chainsaw brand? Husqvarna or Stihl? Again, that's a loaded question. It's some of the old saws, like we were just talking about with the old Stihls, the 034s, the 036s, 038s. Unbelievable. All those old saws are awesome. You go to your Husqvarnas, you got your old 61 Husky, you got your 266s, your 288s, your 394. I mean, those are wicked saws, but they don't build them anymore. It totally sucks that they don't build those things anymore. The best chainsaw between Husqvarna and Stihl, it depends on whether you're talking about small chainsaws, medium-sized chainsaws, or big chainsaws. If you're looking for a tiny chainsaw, I'll just try to go through this really quick because you did ask me a good question there. Small chainsaws, you have your Stihl MS 170, and then the equivalent one to that is like a Husqvarna 136 or a 141. Between those two, I would absolutely buy the Stihl MS 170, even though it has a non-adjustable carburetor on it, which I think really sucks. You can't adjust it. There's just an idle screw, and that's it. No low speed, no high speed on that thing. In the medium-sized chainsaws, you know what? Even Efco makes a wicked good medium-sized chainsaw. It's called a CS 490 or a 590. Sometimes those Efcos come on sale for such good prices you can't pass them up. The only thing with the Efcos is that they're physical. All the Efcos, I don't know why they do this. They're physically bigger and a little heavier than the equivalent Stihl or Husqvarna. But Efco makes some good stuff. They all make good stuff. They do make some junk. Every manufacturer out there makes some wicked good stuff and some junk. Cole Boucher, can you put a cube carburetor in an ultrasonic cleaner? Absolutely you can. As far as I'm concerned, that's what they're made for. That's why most small engine shops out there have those ultrasonic cleaners, is to put those cube carburetors in there. You do have to take them apart though. You don't just pull it off the saw or the blower or weed eater or whatever and just dunk them in there. You have to take it apart so the water gets in there and cleans properly. Absolutely, it is safe to do that. The truth. G'day, mate. G'day from Australia. What time is it in Australia? Another guy. Harvey. Hello from the UK. Well, maybe I actually picked a good time to do this old test. Oh, see, now I'm yapping away and I'm missing people. Scott Hubbard. That's not a super chat. What is that? I've never got one of those before. I think it's a, what's that called? A sticker? That's a sticker. 10 bucks? Thanks, buddy. You just bought me 4 beers. 4 beers. My dad's a machinist. He said, you know how a machinist orders, 5 beers at a bar? I'll have 4 beers, please. Some of you machinists out there will understand that. Thanks, Scott. That was cool, man. I missed somebody. I missed a super chatter on here. If I just missed you and didn't say thank you for that super chat, it's already over and I can't see it anymore. I'm sorry, buddy. I do appreciate it, though. I wanted to give you a shout out, but it's gone now. Sling Blade 61. That's a cool name. Anybody ever watch that show? It's crazy. Mick's Mowers. Yeah, I knew Mick. Mick, I know you're in the UK. Yeah. 390 people watching. That's just bizarre, man. And of course, one person has to give me a thumbs down. That's okay. I get it. Adam Gee, 25 bucks. Super chat, really? That's awesome. Check out, okay, I got to say it now. Check out Tin Massage. That could be a typo, Adam. Is that a typo? Did you meant to say check out Tin Man's Saws channel? Charlie Brown, serious? I've never heard that one before. Oh, Carly Brown, sorry. Hi from Canada South, also known as Wisconsin. I get it. Fargo. That's in Wisconsin, right? And they sound Canadian. Do I actually have a really bad Canadian accent? I think there's other Canadians out there that have worse accent than me. Fresh Funk, thanks, man. I do get that comment a lot every day. Worth every penny. I try so hard to help you guys save money. I do get a lot of flack from other small engine shops out there that that say, man, you're giving all our secrets away. You're costing us money. And, you know what? Oh, well. Not to diss any of you shops out there, but you got to realize it only costs, I mean, all the shops in the entire world that watch Steve's Small Engine Saloon, come on. It costs you pennies each. Yeah, exactly. See, questions like this, Netter 21, how much would you pay for a used Stihl FS 100 RX? That's impossible to answer a question like that. It depends on if it looks brand new, if you pull the muffler off and the piston's slightly scored, you know, or if it's in wicked good shape. It totally depends. And right off the top of my head, I actually can't remember what a new one is. General rule of thumb, Netter 21, don't ever pay more than half price for a used unit what it is new. unless it's like super perfect, like just gorgeous, like the guy bought it a month ago and used it once and you know it's in good shape, then that might be a different story. What do I got there? Oh, Andrew, come on. Really? Andrew's engine repair. What do I think is my worst video? That's actually a pretty good question. Any of my videos, I've been doing this for almost exactly 4 years. So if you watch any of my videos in the first year, I can't even watch them anymore because I'm embarrassed. I look like I'm a deer caught in the headlights. I look like I am scared to death in front of the camera. And the information on all those is still accurate, but the presentation is just not what I do in the last, in the 4th year, say that, right? I can't really honestly think of what my worst video is. Just all those old ones are kind of embarrassing. What's, oh, Slim. Slim, thanks, buddy. You just bought me 2 beers. Cool, bud, I appreciate that. No, actually, I have not been drinking all day. I know a lot of you, I know I kind of do that on my channel where there's a sensitive issue for me because it's called Steve Small Engine Saloon, and I do have that 1 sip of beer on all my videos, and people go, oh, Steve, you're a rabid alcoholic. And I'm like, really? I had 1 sip of beer. So no, to be honest with you, whoever just said that on there, that I've been drinking beer all day, this is 3:13 p.m. This is half full. This is the first beer I've had today. I know that a lot of you think that I just drink beer all day long, but no, I actually do work. Believe it or not. Yeah, there's a good one. I don't know how to pronounce your name. I'm sorry, bud. Says, any experience with Furman generators? See, in certain parts of the world, you can't get everything. I live in Canada. I live on Vancouver Island. So I've never seen a Furman generator in my life except on other YouTube videos. I have no experience with them because they don't exist where I live. Netter21, what's my next upload? I'm really trying to do a winterizing video on how to winterize your lawnmower because that's coming out. I mean, that's what we're all in now, except if you live in Florida or Hawaii or Southern California, you know. That's what I'm going to try to do. It's what I'm halfway working on right now. That should be the next one. Efco chainsaws, buddy, Darwin. Awesome comment. Darwin W. Efco chainsaws. Italy. They're made in Italy. The 10, 15 years ago, John Deere had hand equipment, hand-powered equipment, chainsaws and weed eaters and stuff like that. The chainsaws that they just rebranded, because Efco chainsaws are orange, they were putting their John Deere colors, green and yellow, green with some yellow stickers on them, but they were made by Efco. Efco chainsaws are incredibly good chainsaws. I don't think I've ever felt another chainsaw ever in my life running in my hand that was that smooth. You can't feel an Efco chainsaw running in your hands. The anti-vibration system on those things just absolutely kicks ass. Great stuff. You know what? Even where I live now, because John Deere doesn't put them out anymore because of their deal with Stihl, I haven't seen an Efco chainsaw for a very long time now. Yes, I do have to take a ferry to go to the mainland. Yeah, I haven't been there for a while. I just don't see any real reason to leave the island, to be honest with you. Got everything I need right here. There you go, Adam Gee. Man, thanks again, man. Super chat again. Yep, he meant Tin Man's Saws channel. So on YouTube, Adam Gee is saying go check out a YouTube channel called Tin Man's Saws. I'm writing that down right now. Yeah, I'll check them out. I'll check them out myself too. What is going on? There you go. Fresh funk. I would love to come to the UK. Never been to the UK. On my left, Jenny down here. Yeah, it's an old Honda, EB. Honda EB 2200X. I've had that thing for a long time. It's got a wicked bearing noise in it. I think it's one of the main bearings in the, not in the engine, but in the generator end. It howls. It's like, woo! It's weird. It still works, but yeah, it's really, really noisy. No, I don't mess with bikes. Motorcycles, you're saying? No. I have on my own personal thing. I've had a couple sport bikes, 600 cc's that I played with myself, but I certainly do not consider myself to be a motorcycle mechanic, if that's what you're asking. Yeah. Hey, I think I'm getting this figured out now, man. So I have to ask, now that we're into this by how long? 34 minutes into this, is my mouth matching what I'm saying? Like, there's no lag, the light looks fine to you, the sound, how about the sound? That's actually why I started this 34 minutes ago, because I just wanted to check some of this stuff. It seems to be working out pretty good though. Yeah, good, good, good. No lag, excellent. Wow, I might be onto something. Maybe I finally figured this out. I've done a lot of tests over the last 6 months. No lag from the UK, awesome. Rich Stelmach, what are my thoughts on Seafoam? I actually do believe Seafoam works. I've played with that stuff for a long time. I actually think it's actually a really good product. I did do a video on water removal where I had four different products for how much water they remove out of fuel, and Seafoam didn't really do that good on that one. Check my playlist if you want to see that. I think it might be in my playlist called Steve's Fun Stuff, maybe. No lag in Ohio. Grumpy old fart. Good name. I'm gonna have to change my name to Grumpy Old Fart pretty soon. Adam Gee. Oh, I almost missed this one. Oh, thank goodness I didn't miss this. New Earth Landscaping. Super chat. Thank you, my friend. Wow. He says, just wanted to say thanks for saving me a ton of money. That's music to my ears right there. I own a small landscaping business and your videos have saved me a lot. Can you do some stuff on Skag zero turns, hydraulics? There's another thing. I've never seen a Skag lawnmower in my life. They don't exist where I live. X marks are big in the States, and they're finally just coming to Canada now. So I have seen some X marks. Skags are, I've never seen one except on other videos. I can't answer your question, bud. I'm really super sorry. I'm really glad you said that I saved you a ton of money, though. Every time I get a comment on my channel that says that, that is a whole point of why I do this. Donald Jackson, yeah, I stay busy in the winter time. I just try to, obviously the grass around here doesn't grow anymore. Nobody's weed eating, nobody's using lawnmowers. In the winter time, people are still using snow blowers and they're using leaf blowers, especially right now. It's autumn time, a lot of leaves out there. So there's always something to do with that. Chainsaws all year round where I live. There is no down season for a chainsaw. So that's awesome for me. Gold stud, you don't look a day over 40. Thanks very much. It's because I don't have the bright lights on my face right now. That's what, I'm 50 years old. I turned 50 in April. Shane Mannion, will you ever do another video with Buck and Billy Ray? Yeah, absolutely. Man, we're buddies, man. He lives 7 minutes away from me. We just gotta, he's busy, I'm busy. We just gotta figure out how to do another collaboration. And he's in. I talked to him 2 days ago. And he's in, but we just gotta figure it out. I saved you from buying a new weed eater. That's awesome. I love hearing comments like that. You fixed it yourself, didn't you? Yeah, Buck and I are the same age, I believe. I think he's a couple months younger than me or older than me or something. But yeah, we're dead on there. Oh, come on. We're not going there, are we? Fresh Funk. I know exactly what you're talking about. I know what you're talking about, eh? You should have saw me 20 years ago. I don't get that comment much anymore. Oh. Yeah, right on. Rob Price, again, music to my ears. I love it. He says one of my videos helped him fix the pull start on a Honda 390. Obviously it's a Honda GX 390. He says he sold it the same day. Thanks, Steve. You are more than welcome, my friend. Yeah, that primer bulb vid. I got so many comments on that video saying, I can't believe that you just spent the time to actually cut that little thing out and make the model so you can show people how that actually works. That was fun for me though. When I do videos, guys, it's fun. That's the whole thing. I love it. Yep, I knew that one was coming up too. Scott, what's my favorite beer? I always answer the same thing. Free and cold. I have two favorite beers. For real though, I love Grolsch. I like dark beer. Yeah, Eric Wood. You saw that one, eh, with Terrell? Yeah, that was fun. That was fun. I got to actually get to know some of those guys down there. Saving tons of money. I love it. See, now, that's a great question. Paul Burns, that's an awesome question. Do you like curved shaft trimmers or straight shaft trimmers better? There's a big difference between those two. Some people will say, hold on one sec, Paul. I don't want to miss this guy. Andrew's engine repair again. I hope your wife supports as much as my wife does me, but sometimes they are harsh. Andrew, you got a good wife right there, buddy. Okay, what was I saying? Paul Burns. Oh yeah, curved shaft trimmers and straight shaft trimmers. Curved shaft trimmers, you can never put a blade on them, ever. A brush cutting blade. A lot of straight shaft trimmers you can put a blade on, even though they might have a flexible shaft in them. You can still put a blade on them or mount them. On a curved shaft trimmer, it's pretty impossible. I've never seen a way to put an actual, like a saw blade on a curved shaft trimmer. So there's that. Also, curved shaft trimmers, if you're 6 feet tall or taller than 6 feet, curved shaft trimmers, you hold it down on the ground and the cutter head is that far from your foot. That's how it works. Everybody that I ever sold trimmers to, I look at them and I'm 6 feet tall exactly, and I look up at them and I know they're taller than me. I say, don't even look at the curved shafts. Don't even look at them. And I'll show them why, and they'll hold it and go, wow, that sucks. And I go, so now you take the straight shaft, and the straight shaft goes out further. Also, you can get a straight shaft trimmer because it's a lower profile. If you need to trim underneath of like your boat trailer or underneath of your deck, if your deck's really low, you can get that underneath there too. And a curved shaft trimmer, because it comes down like this, right? It's a big thing like this. You can't get it underneath of a lot of things, but the straight shaft trimmer, you can easily just slide it under there. Me personally, I use both. I use both, depending on what I'm doing. Oh, what's this now, dude? Oh, right. Jose Soto. I'm sure I'm pronouncing that wrong. I'm not doing it on purpose. Jose Soto. Thank you for the super chat, my friend. He says, thank you. This is for all the help you have given me in your videos. Bought me a couple beers, but thanks. I love it. I really appreciate it. Bill Block, bent shaft good for SA? What's SA? Yeah, that my old Mac, Sam. My old Mac in the back right here. This is my mini Mac. Man, any of you small engine mechanics out there, you do not want to ever work on one of those chainsaws. They suck. They're brutal. It's the only chainsaw I've ever seen in my life where you actually have to take the ignition coil off. Once you disintegrate the entire saw into nothing, you have to take the ignition coil off just to get the carburetor off. It is brutal working on one of those things. They are super cool. I mean, I mean, the engine on that thing is like this big. It's so small. Shindaiwas are made in Japan, and they are the best weed eater I've ever seen in my life. The quality of those things is bar none to anything. They are unbelievable. Commercial, that you go the bigger ones, the little crappy ones that they make now, which are actually Echos. Echo bought them, or Shindaiwa bought them. I can't remember which one. Shindaiwas are incredibly good, especially if you get the older ones. Yeah, they are very good. Excellent, Jose. Jose Soto, I pronounced it right. Excellent. That doesn't happen to me very often. I pronunciate things wrong a lot. Don't tread on mining. Thank you, my friend. Thank you. Adam Gee, I don't know what that means. Adam says, hi, Steve. What small engine brands are interchangeable? I'm not 100% sure what you mean by that. Husqvarna riding lawnmowers, like you get at Lowe's, they are good. Yeah, there's nothing wrong with them. Husqvarna has come a long ways. You know, 15 years ago, Husqvarna lawnmowers, riding lawnmowers, really sucked. They were like, you put one of those old ones up against a John Deere at that time, 15 years ago, John Deere just killed them on everything. Everything on a John Deere was heavier duty and way better. Husqvarna has come a long ways. And again, guys, Husqvarna doesn't make those, right? They're made by AYP, American Yard Products is who makes those. John Deere actually does make their own stuff. And I know there's probably going to be some people on here saying, no, John Deere's are made by MTD, and they're not. Trust me on that one. I'm going to actually do a video on that because I get that a lot. No, there's no difference in how fast a Husky or a Stihl chainsaw cuts, which one cuts faster. There's no difference. If you have the equivalent power between the two, one doesn't cut faster than the other. You can, I mean, if one is modified and one's not, then yeah, one's going to cut faster than the other one, but not stock. Unless you have one that's 60 cc's and one that's 50 cc's. Yeah, the 60 cc one is going to probably cut a little faster, but no difference between the two brands. Do I like vintage chainsaws? Yeah, I've seen a lot of vintage chainsaws out there. I think they're pretty cool. I've never ran a vintage chainsaw. Now that I think about it, I think I might know a couple people. And you're not talking about bucking, I hope. Those aren't, to me, those aren't vintage chainsaws. They're old chainsaws, but they're not vintage. What are we at here? 51 minutes. I got about 9 more minutes. I wanted to stay on here for half an hour, but I'll let her go now that there's so many on here. 475 of you guys on here. That's pretty cool. 323 thumbs ups. Cool. I like it. I am trying hard, but guys, by the way, to answer your questions, but like I'm saying, there's 465 of you on here right now, and the comments go by so fast. I'm really trying to. I think I did slow it down. John Fitzmaurice. Thank you, buddy. I really appreciate that. That's very nice of you. Watching in Ireland. Oh, that's really nice of you, Alex. Alex Springman, thank you very much. Great to see you, Steve. I just turned YouTube on, but happy to be here. Hope you're having a good day. I actually am having a good day. And it's only a Thursday. What do you guys think about me doing this again, by the way, on Saturday? Think we should do this again on Saturday? Everything seems to be working perfectly fine right now. I didn't actually intend to be on here today for an hour. I thought I was just going to blast off 10 minutes and just test everything and 15 people in here, but it's kind of blew up now. Toby-Wan Kenobi. That's an awesome name. I love it. Define a vintage chainsaw. Yeah, that's a good. I mean, there's going to be a year there. Vintage chainsaws to me are those old antique. To me, when somebody says vintage chainsaw, I think in my head antique chainsaw, like the first ones that were ever made. They're clearly ancient. That's what my definition of vintage chainsaw is. Hey, Sid's here. Right on, man. Sid, you comment on my channel all the time. I sure appreciate it. You always have nice things to say. Excellent. Long Duck Dong. That was from a movie. I can't remember I can't remember what movie that's from. Some with Michael Keaton in it, I'm thinking. He says, thank you very much for the super chat, Long. Never seen you do a vid on Poulan chainsaw. Guess you already know that's pretty much what you do with them is pull on this, pulling and pulling, right? Yeah. Poulan chainsaws, the older Poulans are not bad. They're actually pretty robust saws. But the new ones, I don't know what happened with them. There's a reason that you can buy a little Poulan chainsaw at Home Depot when they're on sale for $79. What can I say? Yeah. Jacob Farms, thank you very much. That's a nice super chat right there. Husqvarna 460, Jacob says. Using less bar oil than normal. Oil hole in bar is clear. What about the groove? Did you scrape the groove out? Because all that oil goes in the hole and then it travels along that groove. If your groove is really plugged up, then the oil won't do anything. It won't travel along the groove to actually lubricate your bar. Make sure that groove is clear too. I thought Husqvarna 460s had an adjustable oil pump. If you flip that saw over, I'd have to do a little bit of research on that for you. I thought they did. Husqvarna 460 had an adjustable oiler. Check that out and make sure. And then all you gotta do is crank it up a little bit. Most chainsaws are designed, if they don't have an adjustable oiler, they are designed to use about half as much oil as it does gasoline. So you run a whole tank of gasoline through it, and you should have it should have only used half a tank of oil, bar and chain oil. That's how most of them are designed. Karsten Briggs, does the breather tube have to be connected to run my mower? No, it doesn't need to be connected to run it, no. If the breather tube, most of the breather tubes on lawnmowers just stick in the back of the air filter. There's no, it's just so that the breather can get clean air instead of just being out on the outside. It doesn't need to be. If you don't hook up that breather tube though, you're going to be sucking in dirty, unfiltered air into your engine, and that's what you don't want. But it doesn't need to be hooked up to run it. It won't run any different if you pull that off. Say your lawnmower is running and you just pull that hose off and on. There'll be no difference in how it runs. Jose Soto. He says my Stihl TS410 dies when so that's a cutoff saw, in case some of you don't know what that is. It's a 12-inch cutoff saw. Dies when I pull the throttle. I just put a new carb in and piston and cylinder. Jose, I really hope that you adjusted the carburetor though. Just because you got a new one on there doesn't mean that it's adjusted correctly for the altitude you're running it at, or that kind of thing, right? So try to adjust that carburetor. It's really similar to how the chainsaw is adjusted. Sam the Man Gaz. Do I like Honda? Yeah, I do. I don't prefer Honda over Briggs & Stratton. Briggs & Stratton makes some really nice engines, and Honda makes some nice engines. And Kohler makes some good engines. Kawasaki, I mean, yeah, they're all, the only engines I really don't like are the old Tecumsehs. They're just, I'm kind of glad they went out of business, to be honest with you. Shane, how do you tighten the drive belt on you're talking about the one that runs your wheels, right? Not the one that runs your blades. How do you adjust that? There's no, I shouldn't say there's no adjustment on that. Most of those riding lawnmowers for the drive belt is way up underneath, right below where your feet sit. It's usually a adjustable idler pulley that you can actually loosen something off, and it's on a little bit of a swivel arm. You should see the belt goes around your transmission pulley, and then it goes around your engine pulley, and right in between it'll go around, most of the time it'll go around 2 idler pulleys. One of those idler pulleys should be able to be loosened off and moved so you can tighten that up. So, okay, Jose, so you did adjust the carburetor settings to factory, but that doesn't account for your altitude and different things going on with your saw. You still have to adjust the carburetor when it's running, not to the factory specs, because they probably were at the factory specs when you bought the carburetor. Just before you spend any more money on that TS410, it's really easy to pull the muffler off of one of those things. Maybe just pull the muffler off and look at the side of your piston to make sure. Cut-off saws are just so bad for concrete dust and everything. They'll wear a piston out so fast, way faster than a chainsaw will. So maybe just check that really quick when you can too. Or try adjusting the carburetor. Oh, mixed mowers, there you go. Do I work on any vintage stuff? No, I don't. I would love to. I just don't have any access to them, to be honest with you. I would love to get an old one, like super vintage, and actually restore it and get it running. I would just love that. Nicholas Avella. Is Red Max power equipment popular in Canada? It's my understanding that it's popular in Eastern Canada, but in Western Canada, I hardly ever see any of them. Hardly ever. I don't even know if there's any dealers here. I don't know one Red Max dealer around here, but I think they actually are in Eastern Canada. As far as I know, Red Maxes are super similar to a Shindaiwa. In design, at least. Maybe not quality, but design. Harry J. Yes, I'm on Vancouver Island right now. Sean Hatch. Yes. Well, no, I shouldn't say that. I don't actually watch any of his videos. I'm too busy. He doesn't watch any of my videos. We are buddies. We live 7 minutes from each other. David White, it was called a Mr. Funnel. Mr. Funnel. Yes, John B, great point. I really want to do a video on this really bad, but I haven't actually seen one come in for quite a long time that did that. What he said, have you ever seen the exhaust port clogged on a trimmer instead of the spark arrestor? John B, what you said, what is the cause for that? It's exactly the same cause as the screen plugging up. Running it too slow, some people will just go around with their weeder and just go vroom, 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 cut a weed, vroom, vroom. It's not burning properly and it starts clogging that up. Some weed eaters, I've never seen one plugged, I've never seen the exhaust port plugged on a Stihl. It's always the screen. And on that end, I have never, I shouldn't say never, but very rarely have I ever seen an Efco trimmer with the spark arrestor screen plug, but it's always the port. It's caused from the same thing. Running it too slow, running it with too rich of fuel, like you're running that thing 25 to 1 and just running it slow, it's going to do that. Isaac, thank you for the super chat. Any tips for starting my own small engine shop? Power sport oriented. You know what? I would love to give you some tips, but I just really can't think of anything. Be honest with your customers. That's a big one. If a customer ever catches you trying to screw them over, you're going to get screwed. They're going to tell every one of their friends. Just be really honest with customers and do your best to help them. As far as like buying parts and stuff like that and actually setting that up, I really don't have any tips for you. I'm sorry, bud. Kurt Lizzie says, would you ever buy used lawn equipment from a professional, sir? Oh, I read that wrong. Would you ever buy used lawn equipment from a professional who's been using them commercially, is what you're saying? Whew. Not unless you can get it super ridiculously cheap. Landscapers beat the crap out of their equipment. You know why I know that? Because landscapers know it's not their equipment. They don't care. Somebody else, the boss owns that. I don't care. I'm going to beat the crap out of this. I don't care. I'm scrolling up and down right now. I'm not ignoring you. I'm scrolling up and down trying to catch all these comments right now. Oh, I almost missed that one. Oh. Jacob, again, do you have any time with chainsaw mills? I'm looking into getting a pro grade saw 60cc plus for a mill. Any recommendations or things to look for? First thing out of my mind is 60cc saw is a little bit small for a mill. Unless you have a small one, like an Alaskan mill. If you just got a small one, you're just doing like small, logs like this. Yeah, that's fine. That is the smallest chainsaw you would ever want to use for that. The other thing that I can say with that is you have to file your chain differently too. You don't file your chain at 25, 30, or 35 degrees. You sharpen your chain at like 5 degrees. It almost looks like it's flat, but just the slightest little point on it. So you're gonna, I don't actually have a video yet on how to sharpen milling chain, but it shouldn't be too hard for you to find that if Google it. Anthony Collier, thank you. I get just tons of guys comments on that video saying that it was so thorough, it was so awesome. I didn't leave anything out, but it's 19 minutes. I think it's 19 minutes long. It's a little bit long, but it was thorough. James, can I grow my beard out? My wife loves me with a beard. Loves me. But get itchy. I will again one day. Wade Priest, Steve, I have an Efco chainsaw. How do I mix the gas? I'm assuming that what you mean by that is what the ratio that you need to mix your gas. I will tell you this right now. New ones are going to tell you use 50-1. I use 40-1 mix, and I use Stihl, the Stihl mix at 40-1. I've been running everything on 40-1, whether it's an old saw that says 25-1 on it or the new ones that say 50-1. I run everything at 40-1, and I've been doing that for at least 25 years, and I have never, ever hurt an engine by doing that. That I can recommend that to you because I didn't just hear that from somebody. I've been doing that myself. I know it works. 40-1 and good quality mix oil, not outboard oil. It has to be air-cooled two-stroke oil, not outboard oil. Outboard oil burns. It's something to do with the water-cooled engines and air-cooled engines, both two strokes. What word am I looking for? It's the flash rate. I think it's called the flash rate, where the oil burns at a different temperature. So you have a water-cooled engine, and it doesn't burn the same. Don't use outboard oil in your air-cooled stuff. Oh, man, 75, 74 minutes. I got to take off, guys. We've been on here for a while now. I really got to take off. I think the general consensus was when I asked before, should we do this again on Saturday? Now that we know everything's working perfectly fine. This is actually working great. Let's go again on Saturday. I'm not going to promise you I'm coming back on Saturday for a live, but I'm going to do everything I can to do that. All right. So thank you to all the super chatters. Thank you all for coming and saying hello. 487 people. Man, that's really cool. Let's see if we can get it even higher on Saturday. That would be fun. All right, guys. What am I going to say now? Steve out.